Ladies and gentlemen, Betty, and last I left off, one thing I got to show is she's got a little, I don't want to say spider web, but right through here on her cheek, and I think it's the 3D print, not the paint, because it was smooth when I did it, and then I noticed it just magically appeared on her. But anyway, I'm going to try to knock that down just a little bit on her cheek there, and we will continue on. I did get her bandages painted pink. Now it probably looks bright with all the lights and everything, but I have been slowly toning them down, making them lighter. Different, I want to say different shades of pinkish white, just kind of mixed together, dry brush. And I like to do everything in layers, so dark base coat, and then like a medium, and then a light, just work my way up. And then she's supposed to be a little lighter in skin, and I'm slowly doing that. I don't blend. Basically, if you wanted to, lighter skin, you'd have to do, I want to say wet on wet. Do her base coat and then blend in. I did the opposite. I kind of basically dry brush a little bit, and basically the highlights make her, I want to say, whiter. On the very tips of the, center of like the arms and legs, just trying to lighten up her skin, which is slowly taking shape. It's kind of almost like putting a little bit of pigment powder. I mean, sometimes you can do that with, I want to say, makeup. There's just different ways you can do it. But anyway, slowly lighten up her skin. I did get her eyebrows, her lips painted. She does have the Frankenstein, I call it white hair lightning bolt. We'll get that on in due time. I went in with basically a flesh wash. I actually went with the flesh ink and watered it down and did her scars everywhere. And then I went in with silver paint and painted all her staples, which she has a lot of staples. But she's getting closer and closer. I'm going to try to get her eyeballs in this weekend, get a little bit of her teeth, and then I'll do a little bit of a wash around her eyes and nose, just to give a little definition. And then, because bigger figures, I mean, you can see the shading, but you really got to keep it on the down low, because they're really not that shaded, if you will. And then we got to find out how to make a little Frankenstein tattoo for her leg. And I found a picture, and I got to figure out how to get it down small enough, which shouldn't be a problem. But anyway, that's where I am on Betty. The Churchill. Well, here, before I pick that up, got basically two brands. You got Model Air, Model Color. Got khaki brown, khaki, and Tamaya's got khaki drab. Now this is what I had on hand. I went with, I was told to use the box color, which it's kind of a greenish brownish. The British, really no definitive color. So I went with the Tamaya khaki drab, and basically got one base coat on, which is probably hard to see. Probably hard to see. Well, that ain't helping at all. But anyway, one light color on. And the way I paint, and I want to say it's a Tamaya trick, or someone mentioned it that way in one of the modeling articles. Or even Verlinden, I can't remember. When you start painting, you're supposed to go dark on the outside, and then light on the panel. That's because the light hits it, or weathering, or wear and tear. It'd always be worn in the middle, not around the edges, which sounds good on some things. Some things it's the complete opposite. So what I do, and I don't know if you can see it, I usually spray heavy on the middle, especially on a base coat. That way the outside's darker, and then you can go back in and you know, highlights all the middle of it. But anyway, khaki drab is the first round of this. I'm going to I got to do one more shade of going over it, and then I'm going to call that good on the base coat, and then we'll go in with the khaki brown, khaki drab, and then we're going to probably do a little combo mix of everything and do shadings. And if you have, if you can see it, you might be able to see like some post shading and all that. That's just from the black undercoat. And then we're going to start painting the tracks, which my go-to track color. And it doesn't matter if you want Ammo MIG or I can't find Vallejo's, but AK's track primer. To me, that's one of the greatest base coats for track vehicles on the planet. But anyway, that's what I got going on today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting to paint the Churchill OKE, and Betty's getting the finer details in painting. So that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.